Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Penn, and welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, I will be unboxing and just giving a general overview of a device by StreamX TV. They sent this device to me in for review. Now, they sent this device to me, but they do not control my overall review that I'm going to be doing later and my general just first impressions upon opening it and plugging it up to my television. All of those thoughts are my own. Now, at the end of the day, this is a service box that gives you the ability to view catch up or the playback feature up to several days. It gives you a dedicated video on demand application that allows you to view your movies and television show content of various genres. And it also has live TV. So if you're a big sports fan, you like your pay-per-view content, or you just like your local or your regular channels, this device has a bit of a flavor for every viewer that's out there, essentially. So the main thing with this is that it does support Wi-Fi 6. It's 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of internal storage. It does support up to 6K Ultra HD resolution. And generally speaking, a device like this is going to be more geared towards someone who is not tech savvy and they just want a easy to use device when it comes to watching their media. All right. It's a plug and play device. It does offer a 1-year warranty, but it does claim on the website that it offers a lifetime service. Most likely that doesn't mean your lifetime. That just means the lifetime of the service in general. So please keep that in mind. Now, it does feature a LAN port, which is gigabit, which is nice. An AV, an IR. It has a power for you to put the power cable into, a SPDIF port. It also has a restore function, just in case you need to get a factory reset. On the hardware side, it does have a USB 2.0 and a 3.0, and it has a TF, which is a trans flash card, which is basically another way to add external storage to this device. Now, in the next transition, I'm just going to be going over what's on the device generally and how to navigate it. All right. So the main reason that you're going to be using a device like this is when it comes to the service of the playback, you can view that as catch up. That's up to several days. VOD, which is video on demand for your movies and TV show content, and for your live TV when it comes to your cable channels, your sports packages, pay-per-views, and all that. Now, because of the terms of service, I won't be able to go into each individual of those apps in this top row here, live, VOD, and playback. However, I can give you a little bit of a general overview of what you can expect. So over on the left-hand side there, you're going to be able to access some things. The first is going to be your gear icon. So I'm hardwired. This is my new cable box as of right now. So I believe when you're going to be streaming, especially when you invested in your network, you definitely want to hardwire. Wi-Fi 5, Wi-Fi 6, Wi-Fi 7, all that's cool. But to me, nothing beats a direct connection. It does come with Bluetooth. So I do plan on hooking this up to my new universal remote, the Sofa Baton X1S. And here is accounts where you can sign into account. Like I click on that, for example. you want to see how it's going to load right now, and it's talking about Google. So there's no reason for me to connect my Google credentials to a device like this, because it simply isn't necessary. Everything that I want is already on this device. And then there's apps where you can view your applications. And then you have device preferences. So this is the about, where you can go in here. You can do a system update if it's available. You can factory reset it like that. And you can view, it's 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of internal storage. And you can see the Android that is running. All that is just useful if you're into those kind of things. All right, one moment. So that's the date and time where you can set it there. Language, pretty self-explanatory. You set the language of the device. Keyboard. If you've seen like Android TV OS before, then you're familiar with some of these options that's listed in the device preferences. Inputs. This is going to be your consumer electronic control, which stands for CEC. So it's cool because, you can allow the TV to control this device. When the device power off, you can have the TV respond or vice versa. And I found this to be a little bit funky. I do have TV auto input pass-through enabled because I have this plugged directly into the television as of the recording this video. But prior to the recording of this video, I had this plugged into my Mali-G soundbar. And I found that when I turned off the television, it turned off the device. But when I turned back on the TV, the device did not automatically power back on. And also on the actual remote, pressing the power button manually did not power the device back on automatically. I literally had to unplug the power cord from behind the device and plug it back in order to get the device to turn back on. Now, that was with everything that was plugged into my soundbar, and I had some of these settings turned on. Now, I turned majority of them off. I just kept the top one and the bottom one. So hopefully it can just stay on, and then I can just treat it like an actual cable box, and I don't have any more of those issues. So that's that. Display and sound. You can do text scaling. What I did was come in here and do match content frame rate, and I kept it on seamless. You have non-seamless or never. This is going to just match the content depending on what's being played. Then they have advanced display settings. So you can come in here and tailor this to however you want. I leave most of this on default. Allow game mode. I'm not really going to be gaming on this device, to tell you the truth. So I will turn that off. Audio output mode. Just leave it on HDMI audio unless you have a specific need for the other two. I have pass-through enabled, but this isn't going to be a device that you match up against like a NVIDIA Shield or a Doom media player or a Zadu or things like that, where those audio codecs are tried and true when it comes to those devices and manufacturer. This is more so for the casual person that just want to come home after work or after a long day in the office at home, and they just want to sit down and watch some live TV and movies. And they may have like a basic setup or some type of projection, and not have to worry about doing the manual labor or anything like that. They just want to sit back, have fun, and enjoy their content. So storage, I like that it says system takes up 5.1, total use 59, total 64. And I'm not using Google, so Google Assistant is not a thing. I'm not using Chromecast built in. Screensaver for OLED users. You can set the screensaver to a backdrop, colors, photo frame, photo table, or you can turn the screen off. And it can be after a certain amount of time. Now this device have when to start, after never of inactivity. So this is never. On previous devices, I don't recall never being there. You have to choose one of them. But for me, I'll choose 5 minutes, typically on an OLED. But if you have like an LED, you're fine. Energy saver, have that off default. And the rest of these is default. You know, you can restart the device and you have the option to factory reset it if you need to right here. All right. So generally, this folder icon here is going to be if you want something specific where you're trying to access a local memory, a network neighborhood, or an NFS share. So, you know, this would be pretty similar to Samba or SMB if you're familiar with this type of stuff. I wouldn't have a need for it, but they do have an option on the device itself. And they have file, music, picture, and video and whatnot. Now, in the description, I'm going to leave some specs as well as a link to the device website itself. Over here, there's like this cleaning icon. So if you click on that, it's like a, think of this like a quick cleaner or cleanup in a sense. And then over here, it's going to be like this clock icon. And all that is going to bring up Chrome. So if you have a need to go on the internet browser on this device, I don't see, it's nice that the option is here. I just don't see why you would want to, but they do give you the option to. All right, so I don't have a need for it, so I'm gonna back out. Then the trash icon is when you want to uninstall an app. And these are the main key ingredients: your Echo TV, your Echo VOD, and your playback. And I'm going to be telling you where to get these shortly. I just cannot go into each individual applications because the video will get shut down and I will most likely get a copyright strike. The microphone icon is going to be for, hey, it's just going to give you some directions, you know, just in case you need to like look through the pairing process, replace the batteries and remote. It's just going to show you certain things, and that's all. Pretty cool. It gives you like a visual. All right, back out of that like that. And the FN is going to be for the number, so 0 through 9. So on the physical remote, you can set up hotkeys to where you can add applications that you have installed on this device. So if I want one, if I press 1 on the physical remote, it's going to launch the live TV, which is Echo TV, or it can be anything else that you may have installed. I wouldn't have a need for it, but it is pretty cool. And then they have the headphones, which is the support, where this is the StreamX customer support. You know, these are the official channels. So generally, if you scan those QR codes of WhatsApp, there's an online chat, there's a Facebook, there's a YouTube, to where you can get in contact with them if you have any questions or if you need any assistance on the matter. All right, so down here you see these plus icons. What are these, may you ask? So these are quick links, quick access. So if you click on them, I can add Echo TV, for example, right? And as you can see, instead of me going here, and going there, which is not a lot of clicks. I can just click down and go here. It just depends on the individual. It's personal preference at the end of the day. If you want that deleted, you can just hit X on your remote and that's gone. All right. So you see here they have browser, that's Chrome. There's apps and there's App Store. So if you go into apps, the Play Store is on here. You can do system update. You can do TV-ROM updater. Some of these are pre-installed as well. But the playback, the Echo VOD, and the Echo TV will not be available off the back. In order to get those, you're going to have to use something called App Store. And the App Store is their sort of like built-in App Store for their applications that they suggest on this device. Your recommended is always going to be what you're going to be getting the device primarily for: playback, movies and TV shows, and live TV. So definitely get these installed. These three will have you set. Now, if you want the other stuff, those are here. Just note that depending on the application, you may need a subscription for it. Me personally, I wouldn't get this type of device to view Hulu or Netflix because the apps that's recommended or in the top row will take care of that for you. That's just my personal opinion. Just giving some general guidance or perspective, when it comes to these devices. I do notice that they have YouTube in here, which I will get that installed because I do have YouTube Premium. So I'll see what that's about. I can go into that. That's safe to go into. Let me back out because I want to add that to my home screen. Back out like that. And I'll have it to where YouTube is easily accessible right there. And let's see. All right. Opens it up and I'm signed out. So generally on a device like this, okay. And the interface looked like the main YouTube. And yeah. So I'll play around with a little bit of more of that later. But generally, that's about it when it comes to this device in terms of the interface and how easy it is to pin applications down below or setting up your hotkeys right here, if that's what you want for the physical remote, or going in and going straight to the content. Live TV is number 1, VOD is number 2, playback is number 3. They have it arranged based off of what they believe the consumers is going to want to see. And this is a service type of box. This isn't meant to go against the unbox, the TiVo device. It's not meant to go against a Kaleidoscape, a NVIDIA Shield, an Apple TV. It's a device that you would pay for convenience, and it's really geared towards those that are not really tech savvy and they just want to plug something up, connect it to the internet, and then download what they need to download, and then just sit back and enjoy their media. And that's really it. So if you have any additional questions, let me know down in the comment section. What are your thoughts on devices like these? There will be a follow-up video where I'm going to be doing like just a miniature like review series, see what the device is hitting for. And of course, our first impressions will arrive. Definitely once I see some more live TV content. I have seen it prior to the video and it's working very lovely thus far. So if you have any questions, let me know down below. Till next time, peace out. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.